New South Wales has been painted as an economic basket case for a decade, but that's all about to change. There are now $60 billion worth of state government projects on the go. And as John Hill reports, that's sparking a boom in jobs.
Work is underway on the North West Rail Link. It's no longer an $8.3 billion project, just in the planning stage. And there's more. New light rail projects, hospitals being rebuilt and new schools.
We've been very honest. Revenue's down. Debt inherited is right against the AAA limits. That means you need to look at your balance sheet. And that balance sheet means you can get an old asset and turn it into a new asset. The
state now has $60 billion worth of infrastructure development in the pipeline, including the West Connects Road project costing $1.8 billion. $10.9 billion is being spent on state highways and $1 billion is earmarked for roads in Western Sydney.
Instead of the bad old days where someone would develop a suburb and about 20 or 30 years later they'd put the road infrastructure in place, we're doing it up front.
In public transport, $14 billion is being spent on rail expansion, $1.8 billion on light rail and $92 million on replacing buses.
Because not only does it look after the long term in terms of things like congestion and the day-to-day lives of commuters, but it also in the short term puts tens of thousands of jobs into the economy.
The government's funding the boom by releasing value from old assets, using public-private partnerships, federal contributions and, in the case of West Connects, future tolls. The government's tapped into the value of the state's seaports, offering 99-year leases on Port Botany and Port Kembla for just over $5 billion. Union leader Paul Howes wants more focus on infrastructure in Western Sydney.
And we need the Premier and the state government to continue the work they're doing, but actually get the shovels in the ground, get those unemployed young people into jobs.
And expect Barry O'Farrell to exploit this boom in the run-up to the 2015 election. John Hill, 10 Eyewitness.